Hello gamers, Pet here. Welcome to Blast from the Past. I'm not sure how to call this, but I still have like a big closet, a big, cabinet full of my old CDs from 17 years ago, something like that. Yeah, all my old pirate CDs because, I'm from Romania and back then there was like almost impossible. And even if there was a way for you to buy original software or original games, there was no way on actually buying them because they were expensive for once. And second, we didn't have a mentality. I mean, if it's free, and you can buy it, why pay for it? Now things are changing a little bit, but as I've said, I have no idea how to call this. I have like at least 200 CDs, maybe more, I'm not sure. Some of those CDs a couple of them are music. A lot of them are actually from magazines that I used to buy. I still have the magazines themselves too, but I also have the CDs that the magazines were coming with. And my plan is to basically get each of those CDs in, put it into this virtual machine where I installed Windows XP, and look at the files and laugh or maybe get nostalgic about the files that we find there. Now, every time I'm going to do this, I'm also going to make an article on the website where I'm actually going to post an actual clear picture with the CD itself. It might not be that interesting for all the CDs, but for this CD in particular, it's actually the first CD I got, and this episode is also going to be a little bit longer than maybe the rest, because again, this CD is special. For once, I think it was burned back in 1998. I actually think I got it sometimes at the end of 1998, when I still didn't have a CD back then. I only got a PC back then. I only got a PC in 16 December 1999 when there was my birthday. So this episode is going to be about this CD, but also a little bit about the history of my olden days when I was learning shit. And this CD, not only that, but it also has like a virus encyclopedia. So there is a lot of stuff to see, and I haven't put this CD in since like 2 days ago when I actually cloned it. I made an ISO from this CD, a clone. But before that, I think it's easily more than 10 years. Maybe I put it in back in 2005, something like that, but I'm not sure. Again, it's more interesting to see the actual picture, but back then I had a way, and even now a little bit, I like to sign all the things that I own. So you see my name there. You see the original cover that the pirate guy was making. I don't have it. I have other covers from the guy that made them, so you will see those too. But basically, this is how the CD looks. As you can see, it's pretty well signed by my name, by my signature. It also has like a big thing here, like called virus alert, right? And it's one BMC 21 January 2000. I signed this CD in 2000. It's still a little bit like not that sharp anymore, because it's been through some uses, And I've printed this cover somewhere around, I don't know, 2001, 2002 or something like that. But this is a handmade cover that I made. As you can see, it has number 1 because it's the first. It's called Games number 25 because from the catalog of the pirate guy, that was the name of the CD. It has like a couple of stuff like informations I wrote there. I'm not sure why. FrameMaker 5.11 and Winamp, and the games are Red Alert Aftermath 97, Red Alert Counter-Strike 97, Red Alert Add-on 97, Small Soldiers 98, that's the release year, of course, Roller Coaster Tycoon 98, but I do believe that the game came out in 99, and War Inc 98, and also Dytix 7 and Norton Utils, it says there. Again, virus alert bottom there. It's clearly to it's better to just go on the website to see this better. And my logo from my old company. Basically, all my CDs, all my books, all my notebooks from school were impregnated with this logo. BMC company. I also had BMC software. BMC doesn't stand for anything, and my father at one point was starting to make fun of me because he used the initials of BMC, and he said Bogdan mâncă căcat, which means Bogdan eats shit. So again, my old signature here, and again the date over here, 21/01/2000. Yeah, so I got the CD in, and there is a lot of things to talk about this CD, mainly because it involves me using a PC in the old days. Also, this is the first time I'm using a virtual machine, so hopefully everything will be okay. Should be okay. Also, it's going to be a long video, and I've said that before. So anyway, so this CD basically, I wanted to check actually when was released. Roller Coaster Tycoon 1. When was it released? I remember 1991, but why does it say 1998? The first one, 31 March 1999. Yeah, so the CD can't be from 1998. So I probably stole it between April, May. It was a school, and I remember having a jacket. So it could have been September, October, or November 1999. That's when I stole the CD. I was with my friend Milia back then. I was in the 7th grade. And there were like a lot of the woman selling. She had like it was kind of central also. Basically, like, it was like a big table full of CDs in the middle of the street, and then people were just roaming around trying to browse the CDs. And basically, the price was 50k lei, like 50,000, 50, not 15, 50,000 lei. So it was a little bit expensive for a kid like me. I mean, in the 7th grade, I remember that I was getting something like 10,000 lei per day, so I would have had to save like 5 days to buy one. Seems kind of not that much, but maybe I was getting less than that. I don't remember exactly. Probably less. Yeah, because 1 hour at the internet cafe, which we didn't have internet back then, only on some places, so it was just a room with computers where we used to play. 1 hour was like 5,000 lei, and that was what they usually gave me, or even money for half an hour. So yeah, and I was standing there with Milia, which was my friend back then. We're browsing the CDs, and he was like something like, which CD should we pick, this one or this one? And I was like, I got this one because it had a red alert. And I remember at that point I put it under my jacket, and we simply turned and walked a little bit faster. It was kind of obvious in a way because we were like really walking like that, and it was like, oh my god, we stole. And then I got it home, and I put it home, and that was it, because it didn't have like a PC back then. But then my birthday in 1999 came in 16 December, and I got my first PC, which was, I think it's like a story for another time. There are other memories back then, but I had a CD, and my uncle installed Norton antivirus back then, and I was still, I was reading about PCs, and I was dreaming on having a PC all summer from 99. Even from 98, I was dreaming on having a PC, on how I will place my desktop, and what wallpaper I will use, and all the stuff like that. I was reading to Easy PC, which was a monthly magazine or a weekly magazine, and they had like a big binder, and you always place the magazine into that binder, and I should get it back to get another nostalgia trip. It's at my grandfather's home back when where I was staying when I had the PC. I gave it to him because my grandfather, I mean, he's like a little bit older. He's a little bit older than like 5 years ago when he started using a PC. I think he's 85 now. Anyway, yeah, from 1932. So yeah, he just turned 85. So anyway, uh, I remember deciding to. I had an idea that the viruses exist, but I didn't know exactly how they work. So I put a CD back in and I decided to scan it. And then suddenly viruses, but lots of viruses. And I was like, "Oh my god!" I quickly pulled it out of the CD so it doesn't, virus my computer. And I was like, "Oh my fucking god! It has viruses!" No, and stuff like that. And I actually wanted to break the CD, but somehow I stopped. I think I got the idea, like maybe I'm going to trade it for something else, like, or give it to someone or whatever. And then I've learned that you have to actually access the virus itself, the file, and so on. And I noticed that the viruses were in this folder and not on those, the actual games. So then I was a little bit like, whew, okay. And then that's how I've learned some more. So I actually plopped in the CD like 2 or 3 days ago when I first got this, and I wanted to install Roller Coaster Tycoon. And I looked and I was like, oh shit, it's archives, right? And I need to access internet in order to install some archiver, right? And I was doing this in the Windows 98 emulator, the virtual machine, and I clicked the Internet Explorer and was set up dial-up connection. I was like, what? I'm not using Windows 98 virtual machine because it's a little bit like it's using 16 by 90 400 anyway I'm not sure how to say words, I'm going to put some light music behind. Anyway, so that's why one of the reasons why I'm not using it, right? So okay, how do I install an archivator, whatever. I'm just going to call it in Romanian. But then I noticed this folder called utils, and I go in and I see WinRAR, and I see WinArch, and I see all those software, right? So I go into the WinRAR, and I see WinRAR, and I see WinRAR key, and if I write pet, it crashes in Windows XP, but in Windows 98 it worked, and it actually generated a key, and I was able to register WinRAR, and I was like, wow, like total blast from the past. This was this for me is funny. So the main idea here, I actually saw Total Commander, which back then was called Windows Commander, but I can't really install it. I don't want to install other languages. If I go OK, yes, of course it's already. Oh, see, it's giving this may be defective. So yeah, Total Commander is, Windows Commander is one of the first software I've been using among Irfan View, and I actually bought Total Commander like 2 years ago after using it for 16 years as cracked copy. So anyway, the main idea is for me to actually browse the disk and look at the files, because I remember that there is like a full virus encyclopedia there, and I remember finding some files with a tutorial on how to crack a particular program and other stuff. This is why I'm a little bit more excited about this disk. So I've actually installed Roller Coaster Tycoon, I think. I wanted to see how it's going to run, and it actually works. I also had to execute setup reg, which of course I think it cracked and set up the registry probably, because before doing that, yeah, it's. I think that was too loud. Like for my headset, it was really, really loud. Okay, this is like not working. I think like the virtual machine is having a sound of its own. So anyway, I have to investigate. But the Roller Coaster Tycoon works, and that was a little bit funny. Yeah, the minimum system requirements Pentium at 90 CPU. I had one at 100 CPU on my first PC, but I only had like 256 colors, which was a huge problem for me because a lot of games were requiring 16-bit. And whenever I was installing a program, I was just a game. I was just quickly entering to see if it runs, and then I was just exiting it because I wasn't planning on playing it. But and I still do that actually right now. I install a game on Steam, I enter it, and then I exit. And with softwares, I have the tendency, because I was very passionate about software, I was dreaming on making my own programs. I actually have some software I wrote in 2009. I will show you that in another episode, because there it's on or however. I have the tendency to go to the software and always click about and see the about and who made it. I always do this. So I remember playing War Incorporated. Let me see if I extract to a specific directory. Games War Inc. All volumes. Okay, it's working. This thing with the audio is actually driving me a little bit. I'm looking right now at because it's way too loud, and I'm not sure why this is not working. You see, I can still hear it pretty loud. So let me just go again into the hopefully it's not going to be too loud. But I remember loving the music. I mean, the music that starts, and it was like huge thing for me. Anyway, let's just exit. It's funny because every time I exit, I get that error. So I'm not really sure exactly how to handle the audio. Maybe it's the PC speaker. No. Are there any settings? Anyway. Let's see. This is one of the things that I wanted to see. Whenever I'm going to put a CD in with games, I actually want, maybe I'm not going to install all the games from all the CDs and so on, but I want to see the installers, because I used to collect the old installers because of the chip music, the chiptune music. Mactone is actually one of my favorites. So yeah, this is a release by Class from September 1997, almost 20 years ago. Application of how you can Hotmail. There was Hotmail addresses back there. Funny. Okay, so how do we run this? Do I still have to run this? Let's just try it. I haven't played this game actually since back then, like 18 years ago, 17 years ago. Okay. I think I have to restart the virtual machine. Because it's not doing anything. How do I restart? Okay, from reset. Okay. So I can't really play that. And the sound. Oh man. At least this is funny for me. I'm not sure how it is for you. Okay, so we can't play that. Small storage, I don't remember. I'm going to install Red Alert. Oh, Of course, all the pop-ups that Windows XP is going to give you. Jesus Christ, I still remember the pains and the horrors. Red Alert has been like more in my soul because I used to play it a lot at the in 1998, 1997, 1998 when I was going to the PC place where we were hanging out, and we where did I eat? What the hell? I remember telling it sit. No files to extract. What the hell? It's like I'm using the PC for the first time. Huh. And there were talks on how huge Red Alert is and on how you need like a lot of disks to... Jesus. To actually... I think it's good now. Or? Okay. On how you need a lot of disks to actually have... The game is so huge that it comes on like 7 disks and stuff like that. So I was actually playing it a lot, and that's one of the reasons why I was so happy that I can play Red Alert. But the problem was that the game required 7 megabytes of hard disk space in order to run it, and I had like a 200 megabytes hard drive, and I had no space. So I was actually deleting shortcuts on desktop, which back then were PIF, if I remember correctly, and I noticed that they were like 20 kilobytes, the shortcut itself. So I was deleting shortcuts on desktop in order for me to run it. But the thing is, setup. Oh. I wasn't able to run the main exe because I had like 256 colors. Jesus Christ. The cursor is moving so fast. So I actually found another exe that I used to run. So I wasn't running... Oh my god, even seeing this screenshot, I remember doing stuff like this, and when I went to... It's actually Red Alert and not Red Alert 2, Jesus. And I remember seeing this icon, my god. And I was like, oh yeah, Red Alert. And seeing icons. This is one of the reasons why I wanted the Windows 1998 for even more authenticity. I was using Windows 95 actually when I first got my PC. So I wasn't able to run that exe with that icon. Only another one, which I believe it was this one, because this one was running on lower resolution. Yeah. This is the one that I used to play versus this one. Okay, never mind. Unable to locate a primary video buffer. Okay, so we won't play it. What's happening? What is the setup doing? This was like the DOS setup. Okay. Oh, this is the map editor, which is not working. Damn. So okay, at least we have this main... Oh, no, those don't work. So I still have to run. Okay. It used to be so hard in the old days to actually run a PC with all the shits that were happening. Okay. That's not doing anything. The icon. Probably, yep, not doing anything. So I still have to run this one. I still go. Man, the cursor is moving so fast. New missions. Start a new game. Okay. Allies. Yeah. I'm playing like in a small window actually on my, and I have no sound. Find Einstein. I have to. Whoa! Oh fuck! Yeah, I can't really play this, but it was a board. I wanted to hit Alt F4, but I think that hopefully that will not close the virtual machine since it's a DOS window. So anyway, that was the story of Red Alert. Deleting shortcuts from desktop in order to run it. Jesus Christ. Small soldiers, let's see. Chite. Okay. Citește means read. So basically it's like read me. Despaquetar Joko. Okay, it's funny that they were doing like their own files. What does it say for Red Alert? Nothing. Okay, so Red Alert Counter-Strike, Alert at Dawn. Let's actually go into them. Fakecd.exe. Jesus Christ. The good old days. DirectX. What's this? No 2000. No, again, just so many. Man, Windows 10 is like a godsend. Okay, so Norton Utilities. With that guy on the cover, with the classic informatician. Jeez. Okay, not designed to run into Windows NT. I really wanted Windows 98. Maybe I will make it to run on some other. So okay, utils. This is this is like the list with the guy. I guess his name was Paul, who was making these CDs like 20 years ago. So that's how you were ordering basically CDs. You were watching like Digibobo, the very best. You were watching like you were having a folder usually with some text files that were basically like saying what are like the new catalog of the music that you can order and so on. Like you see, this is like the compact disc A62 and ABBA. It's 22 megabytes. Elton John, the very best of, and so on. And that's how you were like browsing this whole thing, and low price. What the hell? Oh, it's only 25,000 lei. Because it's like low price, okay? CDs that can be found. Yeah, there's only one exemplary of this CD, so this is why it's cheaper. He just wants to get rid of it. Oh my god! Beavis and Butthead! Doom 1! Duke 3D Atomic, FIFA 95, FIFA 96, Jazz the Jackrabbit. Jesus. Sonic 3, Star Wars Rebel Assault. My god, this was like the best CD ever. This is probably from 1999, so maybe he has the second Jazz. Maybe Star Wars Rebellion. Save, no, okay. Oh, so this one were low price. Pictures. So you have like pictures with celebrities that you can buy. 46 megabytes. Photo models, and a list with the photo models. Yeah. I actually have like a Penthouse CD. It's around. Oh man. 3D Home. I think this was like 3D Home Architect or something. I remember having that back in 1999. Excel 4, Excel 5, Access 95, Animators with Borland C, Web Editor Pro. Jesus, Norton Utilities too. Okay, music. Okay, let's see music. Okay, I already got it. Kraftwerk. No, not bad. You get Autobahn, you get Die Robot, Music Non-Stop, Space Lab, Transeuropa Extend. That's a pretty good thing. RAM, 62 megabytes. Vangelis. Okay, it's kind of low games. Jeez. So A1. So I think you can. At one point, it had like a way where you can make your own CDs. You were just telling what you want, and then you were calculating the megabytes. And I actually have like a pack of CDs that I made in 2001. We will get to those later. Atomic Bomberman! Man, the games. Okay, I will get pretty fast to this list. Oh, encyclopedias. Full CD. Oh, it is like this CD with Blade Runner. Oh, there were like 4 CDs. This is why it was so expensive. Blade Runner on 4 CDs. So they weren't ripped. That's why it's all of those games were ripped. Others. Queen. I'm curious if his email is still working. Probably not. So yeah, this was the list of the stuff that he was selling. fprot antivirus, right? Okay. I don't have a diskette in. Okay. Okay, so let's go and look at this magic folder. FrameMaker 5. What the hell is that? Look, a serial. File ID. I always loved when they were having those. I'm not going to install this, and I don't remember what this was. Information 91 doesn't work. This is just the icon. This is just the icon. Text document. This is in Romania. I think maybe it's some kind of like sexual address from Timișoara. And with the phone number, and those are like companies. Jesus Christ. Oh man. Okay, so hex. I guess this is like the first folder is anarchy, crack dial-up, crack tools, drugs, hacking tools, Mastercard, Jesus, net hacking, Nokia hack, other hacks, password crack, TV decoders, TV hack, virus. Oh, web pass, anarchy. I remember there were like pictures with Bill Gates and stuff. I remember those pictures. Look at the low resolution. Like, I'm not sure. Okay, Bill Gates. Don't show again. Yes. Okay. Haven't seen this in like an HTML page. Let's close this. Master. How to pick master combinations lock. Get out of the master lock. I'm not going to read everything what's Chat Begufaraz Inc. UFO fellow computer enthusiast. So this is like a text from 1989. I remember some stuff that are like similar to text files that you find on textfiles.com or something like that. So yeah, it's big wall of text. AIDS. Design disease. AIDS is a biological and physiological warfare. Anarchy. Okay, this is like the thing that you should start with, right? Because it has that logo. And Anarchy's cookbook. Okay, you can't find that one also. Probably neither of those work. Crypto. How to hack forms on the web. Hacking forms on the web is quite easy, but requires a lot of time. Here's the step-by-step process for hacking forms. Go to any web page that has a form, a text bookmarking in case you messed up. Then scroll down to the form you browser, but other browsers should work, and follow this instruction. Okay. I don't want to read the whole thing. Well, terrorists. Don't try this at home. Special thanks to WordPerfect Corporation for the spelling cracker. This file needed. Special thanks to Elgos to Netflix for a terrorist handbook. I don't think we should read this now, but it's like a huge document of sulfuric acid, mercury fulminate. What the hell? And percentages and yeah, I I don't know. It's on DCD from 1999. Okay, Bill. So many folders, so many downloadable files taken from Bible 70. I think it's like files from the BBC era, or however they call it. Drink from my cup of from it. Hail to the king of scientists. Okay, nice image. About X Bill, written by Brian Wellington and Matthias Duarte. I still remember this image. What was this? Angry Bill. I think they hated Bill Gates a lot. What the hell? Art. Fuck the skull of Microsoft. Jesus. It's a full folder with hating Bill Gates. Bill Flames. It's I think there was a game, Bullet Killer. Yeah. What's like this party where they are burning and these old guys? Oh man. Hate gallery. Another game. This is the X-Build game. Maybe I have that game here. Man, I haven't seen this one in ages. Okay. That's enough of build pictures. There's still like HTML pages of this thing. Oh, you're supposed to go like this and navigate. Windows bashing 2, 3. This is from the times where people are using HTML files to actually create some kind of interactive application. Oh, Scully. Okay, is this an image? No, this is Teleport Pro. I remember when I used Teleport Pro to download the websites offline so I can disconnect from the internet, and then I was browsing the website. Antichrist, what the hell is here? GIF image. Index. Homepage of Arno van Gogh. Latest up in 1996. Okay, so basically someone downloaded the whole web page and enough the uninfluenced is fuck you. And they oh man. Billy. More files. More. Okay, let's go to index. See our hero saving grain. If anyone wants to see this more in detail, write in the comments. But I'm not going to spend all this time looking at Bill Gates hate pages. Oh man. Okay, second one. Essays. Jesus. You see? The DCD was the kind of like gold mine maybe with information of, I don't know, information in general. Is this the actual play? I have never really history. Maybe I should. So yeah, it's actually articles. Articles and articles. Oh, marijuana. I've seen something. Because I remember back then there were like a text. Maybe this was the one on how to grow actually drugs. Lockpicking. Chapter. So lame. I haven't used the actual word lame in some time. So I should actually go to chapter 1 maybe. If I go this is like the main index, so it's easy how a key open. You see, it's like full stuff of, you get this idea and you become a bad boy. I've never tried to do stuff like this or the terrorist stuff, but I did try that hacking, that cracking tutorial, but I was unsuccessful and then I gave up. Oops. Okay. Lockpick. This is, I like the icon. The icon is nice. Index. Bypass pick, diamond pick, rake pick, bypass pick. What the hell is that? Weird. Some stuff I remember, some stuff I don't. MP3 zone, what's this? What the hell? What the hell? New folder. Doesn't work. Encoder. Maybe this was like to make some MP3 from. Okay, anarchy. Crack dial up. Dialer. E-dialer. And drag and drop doesn't work actually. What's is this an icon or? Yeah. Crack tools. Oh my god. Crack tools. Crack tutorial. 5 years page about how to master and throw the snowball. What the fuck? Okay. How to crack a tutorial by plus orc. You found it. Now download and learn. This is some info on this page in January 1999. So yeah, the CD was probably made in the summer or something like that, and I got it in September, October 1999. Approach to cracking. How to? The files are there. I think it's trying to link to. Let's manually go, and it was trying. Yeah, it was a lot of reading into memory and hexa and stuff like that, hexadecimals, and that part what I wasn't understanding. Even my English wasn't so good back then. How to crack funny tricks. Cracking as an art. Barcodes instant access. First of all, let me stress the importance of cracking in our everyday life. Cracking is not just about software, it's about information, about all patterns of life. To crack is to refuse to be controlled by others and used by others. This kind of goes like into that. I'm doing something noble. I'm doing something bad, but it's noble. But I'm not saying that I'm doing something bad because I'm putting in some kind of like higher whatever meaning to whatever I want to do, right? Something like that. So yeah, I think this one was the one that I've tried to read and I tried to do something, but then I was applying what was without understanding. I was trying to apply to something else. I actually remember opening a program that I was using back then that was, evaluation copy, and was trying to basically random stuff there to see what happens. HTML project, reverse engineering academy project 1, binary editors. Yeah, I think here this is where I found Hex Workshop or something like that. Is the file? No, it's actually trying to go to a website, which of course I can't go because I haven't set up the internet. So, files here. Sniff. A Flavia hacker tool from The problem was freeware, and I remember back then I was like, freeware is the best. When I'm going to make a game, it's going to be freeware. Doesn't work. KGB. Okay, I think KGB utility 1.04. Man. Map. Also not working. Curious if they will do, no, whatever. I'm curious if this would have worked in Windows 98. We went to, this was crack tools. We are to drugs. There are some weird files here. Drug price project report. I remember that. I love the tile image. What file is this? Okay. Chapter 7, Merlin Stars. Is this like some kind of actual book, or what the hell is this? Oh man, this is so weird. I think at one point, because this video is it's already pretty long, and it's going to be even longer after I go to the rest. I will actually go and try to go and see what I find, and I will make articles on the website. Hacking tools, hacker. Hey. The hacker test version 1.0. You are an computer literate. If you don't understand the scoring, stop here. And now for the questions. Have you ever used a computer? More than 32 hours. Have you ever patched paper tape? Have you ever missed a class while programming? So you were answering the questions, probably adding up those, and by adding those up, you get your hexa score or something. Pick VDF, telcard, hacker. You can see that it's a virtual machine because I'm just right-clicking. I'm executing files without caring. Course thread. Those are actually courses on networking. Lots of valuable stuff here. Telcard. Valuable stuff for back then. MasterCard. What the hell is this? Just go test. What the hell is there? Okay. Okay. Oh man. Okay, net hacking. Let's hack. Daniela. Danibot. These are like Romanian names, and did unpack all of them. Yeah. It's a bot file. Yes, let's open it. This one is a better CPU. You must have a back program. Nokia hack. Jesus. Another web page that was saved. Italian bad boys. Yeah, main page. Oh no, it's actually trying to. Why? Why it's like the internet is like working or something? Okay, so the internet is working on the virtual machine. Okay. So this is how my website looks. Oh man. Oh man. Internet Explorer 6, I believe. Oh, never mind. Never mind. It's 8. It's like an updated version of Windows XP, like the latest thing that you can have. Oh man. Other hacks. IRC exe, Nukem, Surfvault. Okay. IRC txt, hack IRC. Copyright 1996. Jesus. Unix exe, Unix txt, novel exe. Password crack. Try me. Russian, Spanish. Okay. Oh, okay. It's actually having a password. What's in this zip? Okay, more stuff. TV decoders. Read me. 28 April 1999. Okay, so as I've said, oh man, look at Romanian name. I'm going to Facebook to see if this guy still exists. I didn't copy paste. Not this one, not this one. Okay, found some guy, but could be this guy. I'm not going to show it to him because, of course, it's like private, but he could be, yeah, because he looks like 40. Well, that was like from ages ago. Iran. Okay. Why do I have an antivirus here? Antiviral Toolkit Pro. Now I remember the logo. Free TV. Oh man. Satellite channels around Europe. Okay. So TV hack. Filters. No, they're trying to go to go.ro. I remember. What the hell? Oh man. I remember when back in 98, something like that, or 99, 99 for sure, HBO came to Romania. And of course, it was expensive. So people were actually making physical decoders, you know, like the one that they were decoding. And yeah. Bukla. Okay. Okay. Yeah. not that interesting in a way. Web pass. Brutus. Cuvinte. Okay, so let's see. What's the... Okay, so basically it was here, and then this is like the virus encyclopedia. So basically the story was that I told, whenever, like, in the old days, whenever you were having something, you were always passing it around because you were also receiving other CDs from others. So every time I was giving this CD to someone, I was telling them, do not enter that folder. Red Alert and the others work fine, but do not enter that folder. And of course, they did. And all the neighborhood where I was living back then got virused with the virus named Vlad. And of course, the solution back then was to just reformat the whole PC and start over. I had a friend who was kind of doing it every other week. Okay, see again, virus. Fuck you. What is one? What is one? What is a Trojan? What is an ANSI bomb? Whoa, ANSI bomb. Dark Angels tutorial, Rocksteady new tutorial, MISC files, tools, virus source code ready to run virus. Okay, introduction. Okay. Virus and utilities. So I actually have those, yep. Those are files. Normal utilities. Okay. Various creators. Platform DOS install. Okay. And now okay. Reset. Okay, you can find it source library. Okay, so this is like the index, right? And then lots of files which are weird files, I'm not sure. Oh man. Actually code of virus. Virus one, Alex, ASM file, bootstrap, exe, install. Okay. 2 and more ASM files. I think this could be like interesting for some people. Jeez. So yeah, those are actually sources for actual. It's actually some stuff are written in Romanian here, like this is in Romanian. Weird. Is this renamed so I can't really execute it? What happens if I can't really change the extension since I don't have a Total Commander and I can't see the extension? If I do it like this, it's not going to work. Blah. Okay. So maybe this was like a magazine and they've entered one of those files. Okay. How can I open? Let's try to open this with Notepad. Okay. So lots of stuff that, I mean, you really need to have time to actually go over the files, but then you also need to know some stuff so they will make sense to you and maybe go. Okay, so that was the Vlad part, the Vir magazine, Vir sim. Those are pretty small. Vir simulation suite. Trying to read what it says. Yeah, I do need to try this on Windows 1998. Wow. Virus creator. Yeah, I've seen this. And was this virus kit? So yeah, I think this was kind of it. Like I've tried to look as fast as possible, but again, it's not a rush. Now I'm going to try to take my time with it and see exactly what I find more in detail. This one I've already run. Back then we didn't have Windows 90. We might have already had Windows 90, Windows XP, or Windows Millennium. Actually, we were. Okay. Vlad grids. Maybe this exe is actually reading the file, the weird files that I've opened. The magazine has sending hope. Okay. Okay. Nice. Ah, man. And that was it. Look, a zip with viruses. Nice. And basically kind of the same thing. Aims and policies, Vlad grids, membership, distribution, a secret team. What would be like the password? And okay, interesting. August 1995. Huh. And I said that I was going to look here. Vlad test Vlad test unde uite patru 5 unde 4 6 pet okay, I don't know the password. Everything is, well, actually the whole zip is protected. Maybe the basically trying to virus this. Oh man. Are you going to do something? No. And now I'm going to try this on Windows 1998. So anyway, thank you guys for for watching this. If you did watch it, this was like a really weird blast from the past, at least for me. Maybe it was interesting for some of you. If you want to know and see specific files or something, drop me an email or write in the comments below. and I will try to show it to you. But anyway, I will do try this too on the 98 machine. But yeah, some other time. Thanks, guys, for watching. I will try the other episodes. As I've said, will be smaller, and I will just try to look at the who made the crack toe and stuff like that. So anyway, thank you guys for watching this. Goodbye.